Hey, good morning. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. It's a beautiful afternoon. Well, it's not even afternoon. Morning. It's 11:40. It's a beautiful morning out there, and it's going to be a really nice day. Now, earlier this morning, we did have some fog. The dense fog was a little patchy here in Bexar County, but counties to the east and to the south, fog was really thick this morning with widespread zero visibility. I think tomorrow morning will probably be very much the same. Matter of fact, tomorrow is probably going to be very similar. Fog in the morning and then some sunshine late morning into the afternoon. But today is going to be absolutely beautiful. Go out there and check it out. Do something outdoors today. All right, as you can see, just a lot of blue sky out there right now. Temperature, current reading, we're at 64 degrees, not quite at the noon hour. I'm sure noon will be 66, 67, somewhere around there. Morning low temperature was just a little bit below where we should be for this time of the year. We got down to 44, nowhere near the record low, nowhere near the record high. And you know, this time of the year, we could have some really low record lows and some really high record highs. Today, 21 to 92. That's pretty big difference there, but not as extreme as it is sometimes. All right, rest of the day, looking good. Temperatures at noon, I think we'll hit 67, 68. I may have to adjust that 69. We're going to be close. And the high temperature this afternoon, I think we will be in the upper 70s, around 78. This is a 2-hour loop of the visible satellite imagery. And notice how the fog is just now beginning to lift across some of those eastern counties, and those clouds are just now mixing out for some of those eastern counties. It was very foggy earlier this morning. All right, let's take a look at the current temperatures. Did you see where the clouds were? I bet you before we even look at this that those areas will be just a little bit cooler than some other areas. And sure enough, 62 degrees, Gonzales, Hallettsville 63, Seguin 62. But where we've seen some sunshine, Uvalde's at 70, Carrizo Springs 73, Pleasanton 69, Bernie's at 68. Look at Kerrville and Fredericksburg. It's not too often that Kerrville and Fredericksburg lead as far as temperatures, but they are leading right now because of all the sunshine. Didn't have any fog in the hill country this morning. Taking a look at the state of Texas, just about everybody is in the 60s, I believe. Let's see, here we go. The low this morning in a lot of areas in the 40s, but we're now in the 60s. Notice how Houston, a little bit behind because of the low clouds there in Houston, 58, Dallas-Fort Worth's mid-60s, 65, Midland's coming in at around 68 degrees. Oklahoma City is at 70. This time of the year, it's not too often that Oklahoma City has a warmer temperature than Houston, Texas. All right, highs this afternoon. Again, I think we'll hit the upper 70s. Remember last week I was talking about how this week temperatures would be warmer, and sure enough, those temperatures are definitely warmer this week. And I was talking last week how this week would be warmer than last week, and it is. Looking at the only inclement weather really across the entire nation is across the northwestern part of the U.S. and also into New England. Phoenix today will hit the 80s, maybe even upper 80s, getting to that time of the year. And notice all the thunderstorm activity over in the western Atlantic, just off the eastern coast there. And that's because of a trough, and I'll show you that here on the mid and upper level pattern here. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, you can see that deep trough there around Florida. That's what's causing the showers and storms over in that direction. Got a little disturbance in the northwestern part of the country and a little disturbance here in the Ohio Valley causing some snow up around parts of New England. But for us, we've got a west-northwest flow aloft. That's a sinking motion. That's why we've got sunshine. And I think tomorrow going to look very similar to today. Thursday, there'll be a frontal boundary, but I think it's going to come through dry. We may have a little drizzle Thursday morning, just not a lot of lift with this next system coming in on Thursday. And then Friday, just not much happening. Saturday, I don't think we'll see any precip. Sunday, maybe a 10% chance. I mean, but look at that. I mean, it's so disorganized. Look at how far north that system is in Oklahoma and Kansas. Just no way we're going to really see rain that way. I'm going to throw in a 10%. Maybe in the morning. Other than that, our next chance for rain is going to be on Tuesday, but the reason it doesn't look promising here is this is the GFS. I may need to switch over to the European because I'm beginning to think that the European's probably a little bit better. But then again, the GFS could be right. But I'm going to throw in about a 20 to 30% chance of rain on Tuesday. So anyway, that's the way I'm playing it. Okay. Hey, David. Hey, how are you doing, David? When I told the doctor about my loss of memory, he made me pay in advance. That's a smart doctor right there, David. Hey, we appreciate you. All right, for today, this is what I'm expecting. Highs in the upper 70s, around 78. Yeah, there we go, right there. 78 degrees, and then watch what happens. As early as 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, we'll see the clouds rolling back in with the chance for some fog. It looks like the fog will probably develop, about 2 or 3 in the morning, and it looks like it's going to be rather foggy. And then high temperatures will be in the upper 70s Wednesday at around 78. And then for Wednesday, we'll start off with low clouds. Thursday, going into Thursday, we'll start off with low clouds, and then that frontal boundary will come through. And I think Thursday won't be as warm. High temperatures on Thursday should be in the upper 60s as opposed to the upper 70s. So, not drastically cooler, but definitely cooler. And let's take a look at these visibilities as we head into Wednesday. Wednesday morning, let's see, the fog moves in about 1 or 2 in the morning, and we'll be looking at low visibilities down to maybe half a mile or less. It looks like we'll have widespread dense fog around for Wednesday, tomorrow morning. Here's the latest pollen count. Let's see, we've got, mold is light and ash is light as well. Okay, here's your 14-day forecast. Today, high temperature 78. Tomorrow, again, morning fog in the morning. That's where we get a KINS 5 weather impact alert for tomorrow morning. I think the fog is going to be pretty widespread. High temperatures in the upper 70s. Cold front comes in, a little cooler for Thursday and Friday. Friday morning, chilly, about 44, about what we had this morning. High around 70. And then Saturday, I think partly cloudy, 76. Maybe a slight chance for showers Sunday, but very, very slight. I'm going to go with 10%. And then Monday, we'll be looking at a high in the upper 70s, maybe 80 on Tuesday. Cold front comes in on Tuesday, 30% chance of picking up a shower, and then that slides through, a slightly cooler for Wednesday and Thursday. So I think Wednesday and Thursday of next week is going to be very similar to Thursday, Friday of this week, and then we warm it back up again, and then perhaps maybe a little bit cooler for the next weekend, the 8th and 9th. But I don't see any Arctic air on the way. I don't see any real drastic cold. The coldest that I've got over the next 14 days is the March 6th, around 39. So we're turning the corner towards spring. I don't see any big surprises for the middle part of the month, I think we're going to get to that time period by the time we get to the mid to the latter part of March. We'll have to start thinking about severe storms. I don't see that really yet, but that's typically what happens. So once we get closer to the mid to the latter part of the month of March, we'll have to think about severe local storms. But I don't see any of that. But just next 14 days, our rain chance is not looking very good at all. All right, well, thank you for streaming with us. We appreciate it. I'm going to go do the noon show. Make sure and watch us at 4, 5, 6, and 10, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. All right, appreciate it. We'll see you later.